Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am your host, the notorious H.I.M, and I'm going to take this chance to just ask you guys to quickly rate, comment, and subscribe for your boy. I greatly appreciate it. As I'm waiting for this battle to start up here, last video, I was against another YouTuber. I'm trying to set up another battle with a YouTuber, but for now, this is just against a Randy. I'm using a different team. And looking at my team here, you got the Rampardos, you got the Arcanine, you got the Jolteon, the Quagsire, the Empoleon, and of course, Thailog, the Crobat. So looking at my opponent's team, he's got a lot of threats. The Tyranitar is scary, the Metagross can be scary, and of course, Gyarados has been a threat since day one. So it's going to take a lot to kind of maneuver this team and just trying to figure out what's going to be good. Looking at that Shuckle though, he's probably going to want to lead that, get up Sticky Webs, get up Stealth Rock, that kind of stuff. So Thailog is rocking the taunt, so that's why I'm going out with Thailog first. I could taunt to stop him from setting up, and then from there just try to kind of pivot around. That's going to be my kind of game plan until I can whittle things down so that Heads Only can come in and start doing some damage. But just kind of looking at this team, what's really scary and what's really probably going to get in the way is either that Gyarados or that Tyranitar. Looks really scary, honestly, just kind of looking at it here. But I think I have a pretty good matchup here, and I think this is going to be a pretty good battle. If you can tell from the video, from the title, it does go down to the shot clock. So it's a pretty good battle here. Starting off, he does definitely go out with that Shuckle, so I know here he's going to try to get up some Sticky Webs or some Stealth Rock. So immediately, kind of like what I predicted, this is like the perfect foil for this guy. Thailog, can do a lot of different things. I immediately taunt him, and now I'm thinking, okay, now I can start pivoting around. He really can't do anything. He basically wastes a turn, and I got 3 turns to kind of make some shit happen. So Shuckle is extremely weak to Rampardos. So if I could get this in, I could probably start going for head smashes. I mean, nothing really wants to take a head smash. Nothing really wants to take an earthquake. So, Rampardos is a beast. When you put that choice scarf on him, he can become pretty scary. So I think that's what I end up going up into is Heads Only here. And now, just kind of looking at some pictures of a team that I took from earlier, it's like, if I could get some of his other Pokemon whittled down or out of the way completely, Rampardos has a really good game here, a really good possibility here. So I come out here and I scare him. Of course, my play is to go for the head smash. I did calculate it would 100% kill, Shuckle. So from this range, he's pretty much dead if this head smash hits. So that's what I do. I click the head smash. I mean, Heads Only is going straight for head smash, so he goes out. He goes out into the best thing he could really do to take this. The Metagross will definitely live. I mean, he would only probably take like 25% from that head smash, probably like 30% from that head smash. So I do have to get out of here. There's really not much I could have done here. I mean, I end up going out into Quagmire, the Quagsire, so this pretty much is going to live anything that he wants to go for, and then of course, he goes for the Bullet Punch. Doesn't really do much to me, basically after leftovers, I'm pretty much at almost full health, so I can now pretty much freely, Earthquake. Nothing wants to come in and take this. This will whittle this down, quite a bit. So he ends up going out. What does he end up going out into? I'm thinking here, maybe he's going to go out into probably Gyarados. Yep, that's the play. He goes out into Gyarados. And of course, it doesn't do anything. Like I said in the beginning, Gyarados is extremely scary. Like, you set up 2 Dragon Dances, and you're pretty much faster than anything in the UU tier. So, and I play a lot of UU, so Gyarados is definitely scary. But thinking of it, like, I could very well have been unaware. I mean, I'm rocking the Water Absorb because this is before home release. So if if I had to get unaware, I'd have to spend 200 battle points, and I ain't got that kind of bread, so. I end up Toxicing here just to see, because, you know, I'm putting this guy on a timer. Like there's really nothing that Gyarados can do to me. Most Gyarados tend to run physical, and I don't fear really the Power Whip, which Gyarados can get, but most of them were gonna run the Earthquake, probably, you know, Waterfall or Stone Edge or Ice Fang, you know, so I'm really not too scared of this. But now that I got the poison off, there's really nothing he could do. So now I'm in a pretty good position. This is probably gonna allow me to just recover off damage. And it's a little bit stally, but honestly, that's how I get rid of this. Like, nothing wants to, after a Dragon Dance, nothing wants to take an attack from Gyarados. And he goes for another one, so, you know, my play here is just to kind of recover anything off that he goes for. Since I'm slower, it's gonna be the best bet. He's gonna keep getting whittled down by the Toxic, and I'm gonna be able to recover anything he does to me. I'm back at full already. You know, I can probably try to get off a little bit of damage here or there, but my play 100% is to stay out with Quagmire here, because Gyarados really can't do anything. Even if he was unaware, this would even be worse for Gyarados, because the boost wouldn't matter. But I'm definitely rocking the Water Absorb. It does come in handy in some battles, but in this one, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Quagmire is the MVP, really and truly. He's just up here absorbing hits. This guy can really do nothing. I could have easily, you know, just switched out into something here, but, you know, I'm just gonna opt to just recover off the damage. Like look at how much this does, but next turn it's over because I'm just gonna recover it all back. Like, it really doesn't make any difference. Gyarados can't do shit to me. Here I'm thinking, you know, I could probably go for a Scald here, because he's probably gonna die after the hit and bring something in, you know, or it actually ends up going down to the poison right here. So now I'm thinking, okay, he has a free switch in. What can he go into that's gonna be able to dent Quagsire? I'm not really thinking of anything off the bat that's really gonna make too much of a difference for this guy. But then again, you know, you always want to, you know, count your blessings when you get them. Quagsire is definitely thick as hell. It can handle a lot of shit. This thing comes out, and this is what scares me the most, because obviously being a grass type, Quagsire is 4 times weak to grass, so I have to get out of here. Honestly, I could probably either go out into Thailog or Junior. One of the two are going to be a great bet. Either one of them would be great, and I end up going out into Thailog, the Crobat here, because I could very easily start Brave Birding, start, you know, U-turning, taunting. So, ooh, he has the sub. With this Crobat, again, this is before home release, so I don't have any of the hidden abilities. I have them now, but this is before home release, so I don't have you know, Infiltrator. And this would definitely OHKO if I had Infiltrator on. So luckily he ends up getting away and getting that that substitute off. But Crobat is definitely just kind of floating here thinking, what am I gonna do? I think I end up going for the U-turn here. Oh wow, he does a lot of damage with that. That is so scary. Like I'm telling you, I mean, like, he gets priority, he gets facade. I mean, I think he can even get close combat. See, yeah, he goes for the mock punch. Okay, so Thailog's gone, and I'm like, okay, what could I really do? Honestly, if I had gone out into you know, Junior initially, I could have probably saved the Thailog. But it's alright. I end up going out into Junior here, and like nothing really wants to take a Flare Blitz from this thing. This thing is pretty much a beast. He's been a beast since Gen 1. So here, I'm just gonna rock it out. Like I'm gonna go for the obvious Flare Blitz, but like I said, nothing really wants to switch into this. So, you know, if he stays in, that's great. If not, I'm gonna get some huge damage off on whatever comes in. Okay, the Salamence was a good play, especially if it... Oh no, it doesn't. I don't see any Intimidate here, so he's rocking the Moxie, so I could definitely, from that damage, just go for it again. You know, I could probably live anything that he wants to do. I'm really not too concerned, or I could just go out into middle play and go Quagmire here. I think I end up going out into Quagmire because, again, just like with Gyarados, if this thing starts setting up, it's going to be a bad day. So, again, I could easily just kind of poison this, just kind of looking at the damage. He does about like 35% with that Dragon Claw, so he's definitely max attack. You know, my play, like I said, is to go into the toxic. Put this thing on a timer so that I can deal with this a little bit better. He gets at the Dragon Dance, and again, that's exactly why I have Quagmire on this team, is because things like this, like if this thing's kind of want to set up, I'm putting you on a timer. You know, you're gonna get whittled down by this poison, and I can just recover off the damage because I'm slower. So that's the benefit of Quagmire being so thick here. I mean, honestly, there's really nothing that he could really do here. This is pretty much a dead, you know, Salamence. He should probably try to save this, you know, get this up out of here, because even after a Dragon Dance, it's not gonna do enough. You know, I'm just gonna recover off the damage. Once I reach the half health, I start recovering off. Quagmire is extremely hard to get around unless you have like something dedicated to taking it out, like a grass type or grass coverage or something like that. Like, and from this guy, he's probably rocking Dragon Dance, you know, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and probably Outrage. So, you know, I'm really not too concerned. I can recover anything that he wants to do off, and I'm pretty much in control here. Two of his Pokemon are pretty much useless to him. There's not much he's going to be able to do. He showed me the Crunch instead. He's probably fishing for some defense drops, but that's not going to make any difference because Quagsire is a beast out here, and I'm living anything you got. After that Leftovers, I'm almost at full health. I mean, I'm really not afraid of this. It goes down to the poison, and now I'm thinking, okay, now a lot of his threats are out of the way. The Gyarados is gone, the Salamence is gone. Now it's time to start thinking, okay, I could probably bring heads only and start doing some damage here. So Shuckle ends up coming back out, and this is gonna be a little bit of trouble because he's probably gonna go for the Sticky Web. So I'm thinking, you know, if I could get heads only in here before the Sticky Web, I'm scarfed. I'm gonna be faster than everything that's left. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. I go out into you know, heads only here, and now I'm thinking, okay, the Salamence is gone, the Gyarados is gone, the Metagross is probably his only play. I could have tried to predict and try to go for like a Earthquake or something like that, but you know, if I don't try to get this up out of here, it's gonna be a bad day. So I do end up you know, making the correct play and predicting him to come in with that Metagross and hit him with a big Earthquake here. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Obviously, you know, there's really not much he could do. Obviously, from early in the battle, I know he's carrying the Bullet Punch, so my play 100% is to go out here. I could have really gone out into Junior, I could have gone out into Electric Ave, you know, I could have gone out into a lot of different things, but, you know, Quagsire is our dedicated physical defensive wall, so there's really not much he could really do, and Quagsire also doesn't care about the Sticky Web, so this was the perfect play to go into because even that, it's only going to get me to about half health, and that's after a crit. You know, a Metagross is so powerful, you know, and he's just absorbing hits out here, so from this damage, you know, after, you know, Leftovers, I'm a little bit over half. I'm going to probably go for the Earthquake here just to take this thing out, you know, or I could easily just kind of recover, predict him to switch. There's a lot of things that he could do here, but I think the safe play, just looking at the damage here, is to get this guy up out of here and go for that Earthquake. Looking at the battle here, you know, middle of the ground, I end up going for the recover as he misses a Zen Headbutt. I could have 100% gone for an Earthquake there. I mean, that wouldn't have been a bad play. You know, thinking now that I'm at full health, I have really no reason not to. Even after the Zen Headbutt, maximum, it's only going to bring me down to half. So I end up going for that Earthquake, killing him off. And now I'm sitting basically in the driver's seat for this battle, bro. Like, there's really nothing my opponent can really do. He's doing the best he can with his OU threats, but, you know, UU is holding it down. After, you know, the Leftovers, again, it puts me at about, like, 75%. So, you know, I know Quagsire could obviously easily come in and take another couple hits if necessary. So, depending on what he wants to go out here, I may, in fact, just try to get these Sticky Webs off because he's probably going to go for Stealth Rocks here if he brings the Shuckle back in. Late game Stealth Rocks, really not going to be too much of a big deal here. So I definitely make the correct play, and we go out into Cobblepot, the Empoleon, And now we could defog, start ice beaming, get stuff rocks of our own. I mean, we could do a lot of big things, a lot of great things here. So just kind of looking at the battle, he decides to rest. Okay, so he's gonna try to get up some of his health here. Probably eat a berry. Yep, here he pops the berry. So he's rocking Lum. Now I'm thinking, you know, I have to get these sticky webs and these stealth rocks off the field. So I could have very easily defogged here, but going for damage on the ice beam was a pretty good play because I'm trying to get him down to a point where I can come in and just kill him. You know, now I'm safely able to go for the defog. I mean, nothing he does is going to do anything to Empoleon, so I mean, it really doesn't matter whether he has, you know, recovery or not. Eventually, I'm going to, you know, get a freeze or something. Struggle Bug does like negative damage to me, so really not too much of a big deal, but he is lowering the special attack, and that's probably what his goal is here, is just to reduce the amount of damage I could do. So now I'm thinking, you know, I've defogged everything away. Let's bring back in heads only, and let's see what we could do here. Again, the obvious play is to go into for the head smash, you know, but I'm not really having the best luck when I'm using head smash. So I think the best play here is to probably go for the rock slide. It's a little bit more, you know, accurate. Does a little bit less damage, but at least it still gets stabbed. And of course, with this Rampardos, with this level of attack, this kind of speed with the Choice Scarf, he's easily able to handle this guy and take this guy out. I'm not too sure what my opponent still has left at this point, but I'm sitting in a pretty commanding position here. Okay, so he brings out the Breloom, and this thing is definitely scary. Obviously, Mach Punch could definitely come out. You know, I think the play is to go out into Junior because now I can start Flare Blitzing again, and really and truly, nothing wants to take it. So, judging from what he probably did last time, he's probably going to try to substitute again. So just looking at things, yep, here he goes. He pops that substitute, hits that up, and now he's going to get his health back with the Poison Heal. Because Arcanine is so fast and so strong, I think the better play would probably be to play rough. And yeah, looking at the battle here, look exactly what I go for. Get the play rough off because it's going to pop the substitute. And he's going to get to a point where he won't be able to sub anymore. Yeah, this thing is definitely annoying here. You know, that substitute, I'm telling you, if I had the Infiltrator Crobat, this thing would have been dead a long time ago, but we'll save that for another battle. That'll probably be the next team with the Infiltrator Crobat. He ends up taking Junior out here, and that's a little bit unfortunate because now I'm thinking, okay, what can I really do? This thing is at full health. He's going to continue to sub up. You know, I have to outspeed him and try to do something. You know, this thing is really fast, getting things up. So I'm thinking, you know, if he has close combat, I don't even know if Breloom gets close combat, but, you know, Cobblepot could come in here, but if he has anything stronger than a Mach Punch in terms of a fighting move, it's going to be a bad day for us. So I'm just thinking here, like what can I really do? Like, most of my team here, you know, I could bring in the Quagsire to try to deal with something, but I'm fearing the grass move. I think Electric Ave is definitely the best play here. You know, the best thing to do is probably just to get some Dragon Ball action, some Shadow Ball action off, because nothing that comes in is going to want to take that, right? So, especially coming from a Specs Jolteon, you know, nothing's going to really want to take that, and that does a lot of damage. It's at a point where he can't even substitute. So this thing's pretty much handled. You know, there's really not much he could do. He could probably just Mach Punch for the damage. But yeah, that's exactly what he does. He ends up Mach Punching for the damage. It's really not going to do much to me. I Shadow Ball kill this. And now here we are, boys. We are in the driver's seat. We're about to parallel park this and get this guy up out of here. So I think this is all he has at this point. Like there's really nothing that he can do. You know, I do end up going for, I think, some stupid plays here right at the end. But my play obviously would be to stay in and shadow ball. Like I really should not have gone out. Just try to get some as much damage off as possible so I can come in with Rampardos and just clean this guy right up. So I end up going out here into the Quagmire, and that does a lot of damage. So he's probably banded, honestly. I mean, for that to do so much, you know, he's probably banded. So I'm thinking, you know, I could try to Earthquake. The better play would have probably been to try to recover. So I'm just trying to see in what this guy wants to do here. He ends up going for Crunch. I think he is banded. Yeah, this is going to do quite a bit of damage to him, so that's definitely going to chip him down, make it a little bit easier for our Rampardos to come in here so we can get Godzilla versus Rampardos here. Battle of the Dinosaurs. So looking at this damage, you know, I'm thinking maybe I could take him out. Like, it's not a bad play to go for the Earthquake, but he ends up taking me out with the Crunch. So now I'm like, okay, from this damage, you really don't want this business, bro. Like, I'm gonna be faster than you. From that damage that I was seeing, I believe he's, you know, locked right into that Crunch with the Choice Band. But that ends up being the end of the battle, guys. We end up taking out this Reptar, and that's what it calls for, bro. This guy takes this L. And guys, please take the time to rate, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Peace out.